With increased use of technology in education and outside the educational environment, the growing concern about the effect that this can have on students becomes increasingly pertinent. Essentially, how can we teach effective digital citizenship skills to students at the elementary level, and why are they important? Kay Mossberger defines a digital citizen as someone who uses the internet regularly and effectively. Other definitions include norms of appropriate, responsible technology use. Dependence on media and technology for information are here to stay and quickly becoming factors that permeate education, politics, and relationships. Students need to know how to understand and use the digital world and to build healthy relationships with it. In their report on bullying and cyberbullying, the Nova Scotia Task Force outlines 7 ways schools can prevent cyberbullying. However, these can be taken in a broader context of digital citizenship. With children, it seems like they are a good place to start, considering their focus on empathy and the social and emotional interactions that students have online. The Nova Scotia Task Force opted to write the goals of their report with a holistic perspective, based in equity. It is for this reason that their outline serves as an effective plan for implementation in elementary classrooms. Though the directives are centered around cyberbullying, they can be adopted and transformed to include all of digital citizenship, with the help of aspects of the curriculum developed by Common Sense Media. Common Sense Media is a trove of resources for teachers who are unsure about how to begin to broach a subject like digital citizenship in classrooms. They have separated their topics into 8 categories and have whittled down the categories into specific and age-appropriate checklists and lessons for how to interact with technology, both in and out of the classroom. Teachers can use the curriculum to find appropriate connections and weave in various lessons where technology becomes a seamless aspect or perspective within the message, rather than being a standalone experience. If students are taught that this is relevant for them in many different contexts, they'll be able to navigate risky or questionable situations online more easily, instead of seeing them as an other and different experience. At the elementary level, it is age-appropriate to teach students that they have choices online. While teachers who are active and engaged in the conversation do their part in making sure that students are prepared for effective and appropriate technology use, much of the discussion needs to take place at home too. Just like in any conference surrounding students' academic development, there needs to be an open conversation between caregivers and teachers regarding the amount of tech time and what is and isn't appropriate. After all, at the elementary level, the choices students make and how they learn that these decisions are right or wrong come from how caregivers and teachers challenge them in a safe environment. Much of that growth happens at home too, and all of the stakeholders need to be involved in the conversation. If digital citizenship skills are ignored, the effects could be numerous. Some of the most common include potential exposure of personal information, oversharing, not being able to navigate and avoid clickbait or phishing websites, cyberbullying, and not being able to distinguish between credible sources and websites that lack credibility online. While technology is constantly evolving and hackers and predators become more sophisticated, it is important to teach children to be vigilant and critical. An increased use of social media platforms makes it easier for kids to connect, but also more dangerous if they don't know how to use the tools at their fingertips. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child states that every child should be prepared for a responsible life in a free society. The Nova Scotia Task Force believes that included in this preparation is the ability to pilot safe and effective use of the technological tools available to children. They should be able to express themselves freely, feeling comfortable and safe, and more importantly, knowing what to do if they are met with a challenge or problem. If children are taught digital citizenship skills and use them as a skill set in life, they don't fall into the trap of learning a single set of rules that can be applied to one type of technology, and they develop longevity with technology. Students are in a position of incredible potential with all of the possibilities that lay ahead of them.